this situation right now.
I see you back there. All right. I don't think you're right, isn't it?
How are you? I thought about you
Oh, yeah. I talked to Abe about it. No way, they got them in there and all. And they're right now doing stuff, people do anger and all that stuff. Anyway, put it on the next year.
Okay.
It'll be back next year. So, was it on education? So we're in the process of getting this over to the airport. The lawyers are working on it. But, and we got, obviously, you did have, adjacent to the airport for educational purposes or business purposes.
So he called me. Yeah, it won't go with me. He said, I don't.
When it comes to the and we're as neat hangs, but also some classrooms, student space, a new cafeteria.
Okay, thank y'all for coming at 6 o'clock. If you would, take your cell phones out and cut them off or put them on vibrate so that we can have the meeting without a disruption. If you would, please, I'm going to ask if you, I'll call the meeting order. If you'll please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, and I'll let you be seated for the devotion and prayer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. May be seated. Okay, today's devotion is from Proverbs, which is the book of Proverbs is just insight on how to live a great life as a Christian. And I'm going to Proverbs 3, and I was going to start with verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to him, and he will make your path straight. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and shun evil. This will bring health to your body and nourishment to your bones. So it's just common sense for living. If you want to live a life that's pleasing to the Lord, Proverbs is the book in the Bible that you need to go to. Maybe pray. Our Father and our God, I thank you for this day. I thank you for the rain that we've had. I thank you for the beautiful sunshine that we're enjoying. We pray, Lord, that you'll just be with us this night, that you'll give us wisdom and judge in our judgment and the different things we'll vote on or we'll discuss here at this meeting. I pray for wisdom, Father, and I just thank you for Proverbs and the scripture that we read tonight. And I pray that you'll be with our county, keep us strong in Jesus' name. Amen. First thing we have on the agenda is I have a department head. Are you here for anything? Okay.
Moral support.
I got you. Okay, then we'll move down to the approval of the minutes. We have the minutes of the May 18th work session. Do we have any additions, corrections, or deletions? Can we get a motion then to approve? Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Any discussion from the audience? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, it's unanimous. We'll go to the minutes of the May 18th regular meeting. Do we have any additions, corrections, or deletions to those minutes?
Move to approve.
Have a motion to approve. Do I have a second? Second. Have a second. Any discussion from the board? Any discussion from the public? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, it's unanimous. We'll go to old business. First thing we have is the Dodge County Hospital Authority Board appointments. We have 3 positions, I think, that are available on the hospital board. I need I guess I can do this 1, 2, and 3. But I need a name. Who are the 3? I forgot that are currently serving.
So it's Mitchell Coffey, Mimi Dennis, and Donald Self are the 3.
Okay, I'll just go down that way with, number 1 being Mitchell Coffey, number 2 being Mimi Dennis, and number 3 being Donald Self. So according to the law, the way I understand it, we have to have 3 nominations for each position that gets sent to the hospital.
That's correct. You can have up to 3.
Right, okay. Do we have any nominations for position number 1?
I nominate Mitchell Coffey.
Okay, we have a nomination of Mitchell Coffey. We have other nominations. Okay, can we get a motion then to close the nominations?
Motion to close.
Have a motion to close. Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a second. Any discussion? Any discussion from the public? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, it's unanimous. We'll go to number 2. Position of Mimi Dennis. Do we have any nominations for that position?
I nominate Andresa Lenise Johnson.
Okay, do we have other nominations?
I nominate Mimi Dennis.
Okay, do we have other nominations? Can we get a motion to close the nominations?
Motion to close.
Have a motion to close. Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a second. Any discussion? Any discussion from the public? Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, it's unanimous. Those 2 names that go to the hospital board. Number 3 is Donald Self. Do we have nominations for that position?
I nominate Donald Self.
Okay, we have a nomination of Donald Self. Do we have other nominations? Can we get a motion to close the nominations?
So moved.
Have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a second. Any discussion? Any discussion from the public? Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, it's unanimous. We'll go down to the DFACS board appointments. I know that takes approval by the state. So where are we on that, County Manager?
So, all the applicants you have been approved and do qualify under state regulations to be nominated and appointed to this board. So there are 3 positions currently open. So we have, the one that I currently sit in. We have, Ms. Margot Watson's position, and then we have one that was formerly occupied by Mr. Dale Watson.
Okay, so how many nominations do we have?
So we have, I believe, 4 applicants.
Right. Okay, so let's take the, I guess in a similar manner, we'll go with, I guess I'm gonna call Connor Beard number 1. And then the second spot, who was in it?
That was Margot Watson.
Margot, okay. And the third spot was who?
Dale Watt.
Okay. All right, for the position for number 1, for Connor Beard, do we have any nominations from the board?
Nominate Connor Beard.
Okay, have a nomination of Connor Beard. Do we have other nominations? Do we get a motion to close the nominations?
So moved.
Have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a second. Any discussion? Any discussion from the public? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, it's unanimous. The next one was Margot Watson as the number 2 slot. Do we have nominations for that position?
I nominate Margot Watson.
Okay, we have the nomination of Margot Watson. Do we have it? Watson, do we have other nominations?
Move close.
Have a motion to close the nominations. Do I have a second?
Second.
Have several seconds. Any discussion from the board? Discussion from the public? Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, it's unanimous. We'll go to number 3, the Dale Watts position. Do we have a nomination for that position? Do I have any nominations? Okay,
I have a question.
sure.
There's 2 people on here that are mother and daughter. Is that okay? That wouldn't be a problem?
Counselor, or
There was nothing. in the-
Probably should have asked this
Yeah, there was
already.
nothing in the guidelines that prohibited that. I guess. But I always am careful with nepotism when I see it.
okay. Any
How many
nominations?
people are on this board in total?
Um, uh,
And to answer your question, there's not a specific, I did look at the qualifications when it was done, and Connor's right, there's nothing in there that says there's an nepotism rule there. But anytime you have a 5-person board, if 2 people vote in lockstep, that's almost a certainty that something will go that way. It's not to say you shouldn't consider them, but it's just a matter of common sense that you have to think about it in making y'all decision.
Do I have a nomination for that position, or do y'all want to table it to another meeting?
I would like to table that last nomination.
Okay, can I get a motion to table?
Motion to table.
Have a motion to table, can I get a second?
Second.
Have a second, there's no discussion on a motion to table, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, it's unanimous, we'll go down to the library board appointment. You want to bring us up to date on that one?
Yes, sir. So I've received 1 application from Ms. Nina Cook. She is currently serving in an unexpired term. And she has requested to be considered for renomination and appointment.
Okay, what's the pleasure of the board?
I nominate Nina Cook,
Okay,
library board.
have a nomination, do we have other nominations? Can we get a motion to close the nomination? Or do you- Okay, motion to close, do I have a second?
Second.
Have a second, any discussion from the board? Any discussion from the public? Okay, all in favor say aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, it's unanimous. Let's go to the judicial project demolition, excuse me. What's the board's pleasure on this?
I make a motion that we, go forward with demolition of the old jail, the old jail and the courthouse.
Okay, we have a motion. We have a second.
Second.
Have a second. Any discussion? Any discussion from the public? Did you want to say something? Okay, all right. All in favor, raise your right hand, so I know. Okay, we got 2 for. Any opposed? 2 against. The motion dies. Okay, we'll move to, new business.
Excuse me, can we back up to the, hospital appointments? Because we had 3 seats to fill, but we had to put a list for each of those 3 seats.
The counselor, said that we have a maximum of 3. If we only do 1, 2,
Let me say it differently. There are 3 open seats,
right?
and each open seat has to have a list of 3 names.
Up to 3 names.
He says up to 3 names.
So 0 is okay? No list for the for 2?
Well, we've got, did we
We got
not
3
do,
nominated. You got 3 positions nominated, 1 position had 2 nominees.
That's correct.
did we not do Donald Sales?
No, you did them all.
Okay,
You got 1 name for each position.
Okay, so 1 name on each list. Okay, I got it. Thank
at
you.
least 1 name on each list.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll go to new business. We have the approval of the accounts payable. If y'all will take a minute and look over that and see if there's a question that you have, I'm sure the county manager can answer. If not, You can get you an answer the next couple of days. Do we have any questions on the accounts payable?
Move to approve.
All right, I have a motion to approve the accounts payable. Do I have a second?
Second.
You have a second? Any discussion? Any discussion from the public? Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none is unanimous. We'll go to name EMA director. I'll turn it over to the county manager.
Yes, sir. At the beginning of the year, we had to name an interim fire chief and an interim EMA director. That interim EMA director position is valid for 6 months, and here we are at 6 months. And at this time, we do have to make a permanent nomination. The board does. And who we put in place will still be the deputy EMA director, but I'd like to recommend Malcolm Tyson as the EMA director. He's got his feet wet under fire chief, and he is ready to take on this new role.
Okay, any questions from the board? Okay, good one. Motion to nominate Malcolm Tyson as the EMA director.
Second.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Have a second, any discussion from the board? Any discussion from the public? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none is unanimous. We'll go to mass notification system. I'll turn it to the county manager.
Thank you. Yes. So maybe 6 months ago to a year, I was asked to kind of research mass notification systems, whether it be the storm sirens or some type of electronic notification system. And this is kind of the result of a vast research with different systems. And quickly it was determined that the county, 502 square miles, is rather large to put sirens out, and quite the cost is quite expensive with that. So we looked into, or I looked into, an electronic mass notification that would work with cell phones. And I did about 3 different demos with each one, and prices were pretty close. They're different aspects, but they all did the same thing. Citizens would have to download an app, and they would fill out some information, basically name and address. And what it would allow us to do, if there was a road closure, if there was imminent weather in a certain part of the county, or if there was a hurricane coming, we could send out notifications that would buzz their phone and let them know of impending danger or road closures or so forth. This also allows the EMA to become what CHEMA calls an alerting agency. Now, there's an application we would have to fill out, but if we have a mass notification system in our county, we could actually send out weather alerts, not through SMS text, but we can actually send them out through similar to how you receive Amber Alerts. So you couldn't silence it. It's going to go buzz, beep, go crazy. Your phone will. So if we have a hurricane or something like that coming through, a tornado type thing, there are a few different. GEMA does have specifications on what type of alerts we're allowed to do through that system. So we couldn't do Amber Alerts or things like that, but we could definitely do weather alerts. So I say all that to say this, just to kind of give you an example. If we wanted to move forward with something like this, I think the most user-friendly app that we have found. Our EMA has also done a demo of this system. We were looking somewhere around $3,000 annually for a system like that. Now, the first year with the implementation, it is a little more, I think it's $500 implementation. And that's with the citizenry filling out that app and signing up for it. Now, there is one that they can pull data and sign up. I guess the company could actually put this information into the system for us, and that's what your second quote is. It was a little bit higher, about $2,000 higher for that. So if y'all are wanting to move forward with it, we can move in that direction, or we can say we're not ready for it. That is completely up to the board, but I just wanted to present what I have found.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
So what is the total cost? We just gave the maintenance cost, the annual cost, I think.
So the first year, so that's the annual cost. So the total cost for the first year with the implementation is $3,500. The implementation, so it's $3,000 annually with a $500 implementation fee. Now, and then what you'll see below that is if you decide to sign a contract for multiple years. Sure.
It says we have to do it for 3 years, is what I read.
That's probably correct. The contract would be for 3 years.
But we can either do it all up front or
That's
one
correct.
year at a time.
That's correct. So you can do an upfront payment or single year.
So we save money by just paying it all at one time.
That's correct. $1,800.
Do you know anything about their history of their rates changing? Like after a contract?
I do not know that. And I haven't seen a demo of the contract for them, because usually it's spelled out, but I haven't seen anything like that.
Once it's tried it already, was it Malcolm who?
So I've done the demo and Malcolm's done the demo.
I mean, it's probably pretty simple. Years
It
ago,
is.
we had a company, Code Red, that came. I don't remember the cost, but, it was pretty expensive back then, but I just don't remember what the cost was. That's why we didn't go with it. And we also looked, like I said, at trying the emergency sirens. And we went to the rec department, and I don't think the Alcoa was building, that building was there at the time. They went down there and set up, and we were over near the gym. And the way the wind was blowing, I mean, we could see it, but we couldn't hear it, so that just would not work for our countywide system. So, I mean, a system like this would probably be what we need to do if we're gonna go with one.
Text is the way to go on a lot of things.
I think the big thing with the electronic is you're gonna alert people whether they're inside or outdoors. They're gonna get it regardless.
Sure. And wherever they'll get it. So what's the board's pleasure on this? Yes, ma'am?
And this is just because,
Sandy, we can't hear you.
I'm sorry, my question is the app free?
The app is free for everyone, so the county will be the only one paying you.
Okay. Because sometimes they'll get you on, we have to pay for an app, to use it, and I'm not gonna pay for that app, but I would, but
I will say this,
I'd like to know that.
one of the questions I had in the demo was, does it geofence? So if you're traveling through the county, particularly with road closure, would it alert you? And it will not. So they don't geofence so let's use Highway 257 bridge closure. For example, Malcolm could go in there and create a box and say, these are the people I want to reach. Now they would have to be registered for it to reach them. But it will send them all a text saying bridge closure, road closure, whatever. So it doesn't geofence you, but he can draw, we can draw the box in.
Okay. Other questions from the board?
You said registered. Does that mean anyone who's going to be able to benefit from it has to register?
Yes.
Any county registered?
Yes,
resident?
unless we're sending it out like similar to an Amber Alert. At that time, it will geofence based off titles. But for road closures, they would have to be registered to do it, to receive the alerts.
We would want them to download the app, so that like I said, if we had a bridge go out in a storm, you want to be able to tell the people in that area, hey, you don't go this way.
But it's not to replace putting signs out saying don't go.
Oh, absolutely
No,
not.
no.
But, ideally,
Just maybe you should.
and it's multifaceted because it also has ability for mass communication. So let's say that you're with EMA or the fire department and we're after a hurricane, you've got a group clearing out. They can tell you what they found to that group before it's mass notified to the public, so they can communicate as a group. So it's got a couple of different options in there.
Okay, thank you.
Any more questions from the board? Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I have another question. If y'all decide to do this, how long would it take to get it up and going so that the citizens would know when they needed to start registering?
That's a great question. I have not asked how long that would, but I would suggest probably within 90 days, it could be up and running.
Surely they've done this, in other locations.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I would think, and then we'd have to notify the public, try to get them on board to get the app signed up.
Dodge County News just told me they would run that ad for free.
Wow. I think your mic didn't work well. When she was speaking. I really think you probably missed something on the communication. What's the board's pleasure?
I move to approve.
Okay, we have a motion, and we'll have a second.
Second.
Have a second. Any discussion from the board? Any discussion from the public? Yes, ma'am.
Will this work with police, sheriff? You know, we have a big wreck on 341, like, like it was shut down earlier. I mean, is that possible to be alerted on that too?
It is, but it would have to run through, the only people that will have access to send their notification out will be Dodge County EMA. So they will have to notify the EMA if they want it notified.
Okay, anything else? Okay, all in favor say aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, it's unanimous. We'll go to the L host request. Turn it back over to the county manager.
Okay, so we know that Senate Bill 33 is coming next year. And in the provisions, y'all remember us talking about L host and FLOSS. And I think the consensus is that we want to progress forward with L host. And in order to do that, we have to have a local act passed by the General Assembly before we can place it on the referendum. Y'all are also aware that I believe the 17th of this month, the General Assembly is meeting for a special called session. As of right now, I have no knowledge if they can pass local legislation. We're hoping that they will. If not, we'll be waiting till January. But the idea is to go ahead and get an official vote to move forward with, and to have the attorneys draw up our local act, to get it to Danny Mathis and him in the hopper. So whether we can do it this month or if we have to wait till January, at least we'll already have the official vote.
Okay, any questions from the board? Y'all understand? Okay, you'll get a motion then to approve this request.
So moved.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Have several seconds. Any discussion from the board? Any discussion from the public? Okay, all in favor say aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, it's unanimous. We'll go to Mr. Scotty Wittens here, and he's got a road project request.
I'm here tonight just representing the Lakeview subdivision to see we could get our roads repaved out there. I've been there for 19 years and have several other residents that's been there for some of them 50 years, and the road has not been paved. We're talking about 23rd, 24th, 25th, and 26th Avenue, and Amanda and Sanders. So I would just like to know if, we can get that road project jump started.
So is there a lot of potholes on the road or?
Yes, in certain areas. As a matter of fact, one on my house, 26 in the curve, 20 Amanda. Matter of fact, we got several. I got some pictures that we do have some potholes.
Okay. Any other questions from the board?
Where will we get the funds? And you already got that?
So my suggestion would be to place it on the 28 LMIG list unless we have a 27 LRA. But we can fund it at 28, yes.
Okay. Any other questions of the board?
Well, I would like to explain that we have a committee, a road committee. So the road committee would discuss it. I did ride the road and look at it with Connor the other day. And so I would like to suggest that we put it on the road committee to take a look at it and then go from there. Because if it's something that we can do a short-term fix sooner, like do the potholes and do some scraping or something, that might be beneficial. So that's just since she's had a pothole on your driveway. So, and then the other thing that was suggested, we could also discuss in the committee, and that's how it works. If we have this committee on the roads, then we make recommendations, and it includes the time frame.
The only thing that I ask, if when the road committee comes out to ride the roads, they kind of involve the residents out there. I have a couple of residents here tonight
Okay.
to, you know, be involved in that.
Sure.
I'm just suggesting we do something short-term about potholes and things like that, otherwise you're gonna end up waiting.
Yeah, and our road committee meetings are public. Like you can, we put them on the thing up there and you can also come. So that everything we do is public. So when we meet again.
And
You know,
the neighbors out there will leave maybe your phone number, Ms. Kim or somebody here so that we can, when the committee's gonna meet or something, we can get in touch with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think
Okay.
that would help you short-term faster.
Thank you for coming. We
Okay.
appreciate it. Anything else?
Now, as far as the road committee is concerned, would they make the decision as far as,
They'll make a recommendation to the full board. I mean, they'll look at all the streets out there and then, you know, they'll come back to the board with a recommendation.
right, and then they would approve the costs from there?
Yeah, the board will have to figure out where the
Right.
money comes from, right?
So the only other thing I would like to add to that, besides just the research, then, is also maybe a few speed bumps on the long stretches of 24th and 26th, or
Okay.
24th and 25th.
Sure.
Because we've got people that were driving excessive speeds, even UPS and delivery drivers, excessive speeds down those roads all the time.
Okay,
I mean, it's constant.
sure.
And we
On
got-
24th and 26th.
Well,
Down
25th,
24th,
25th, yes.
Oh, 24th and 25th. Okay.
Those are the two long stretches where everybody picks up speed, and by the time they get to
Okay.
the end, they're.
Okay. The committee will look at that
Yeah,
at the
I
same
wrote it down.
time. Okay. Thank you so much for coming. Okay, at this time we'll go to commissioner reports. I'll start with Sharon Conflani.
I don't have anything, thank you.
Okay. All right.
I do. I want to revisit, is it okay with you if I revisit the judicial project demolition talk during my comment? Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you would want to.
So I just wanted to explain my no vote on that. Personally, that's not necessarily how I feel. However, I do think that the constituents of Dodge County should be able to vote on at least a question on the ballot. I have said that multiple times from the seat and to my fellow commissioners. And I would suggest that if it's possible, that we do put that on a ballot where it says something of the nature, the estimated cost of renovating and continuing the use of the Dodge County Courthouse is anticipated to cost X amount of dollars. It's a lot. Do you support the renovation and use of the existing Dodge County Courthouse if it results in a 1.5 to 2 mil increase, which I want you to know is going to be a 10 to 15% increase of your property taxes over a 25-year period? You need to know that. Like, that's plain talk right there. We're going up 1.5 to 2 mils, 10 to 15% in your property taxes if we were to renovate the courthouse. I just think, I know that you've elected us to represent you, and this is a federal republic. It's not a democracy. But something like this, I think I want to hear what you have to say. So that's why I no voted today.
Okay. Anything else? Okay. Okay, at this time we'll go to the county manager report.
Yes, sir. I have just a few things here. I do want to let you know that we did kick off the tire abatement yesterday. And as of 10:30 a.m. this morning, we had filled 2 semi-trailers full. We should have additional trailers tomorrow. So busy. Also, the recreation department did win the bid for the 8U pitching machine regional tournament that's taking place later this week. I believe that's Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Starts Saturday, then
Starts
it's
Saturday.
usually Wednesday.
Okay, start Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So if y'all like to see some good 8U pitching machine balls, come on out. I do want to remind y'all that June 23rd at 5:30 p.m., the Public Facilities Authority will be having their organizational meeting.
Will that be your time?
No, 5:30. That will be in this room. And so just some, also I want y'all to start looking at your calendar. As we talked about LOs today, we also do need to have a joint work session with the other tax levying municipalities. So look at your calendars and we'll get back together.
Would that be for this month or?
No, sir. Well, July.
Okay, that's what I was.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think if we pull it off July or August, we've got some time there, but I mean, we've got But they also have to have a local act for their jurisdiction as well to participate in the L-host. So,
I don't think with L-host, we're required to coordinate too many things with, I mean, we want to, but if there's a difference of opinion, we don't have to, I believe.
that's,
I might be misunderstanding that, but that,
if they want to participate in collecting that money, they still have to have their local, so we need to, you kind of guide them and make sure that that's exactly right. But now you do have to have the largest municipal, city to participate in a sales tax.
I understand,
Okay.
but we don't have to have an agreement with them.
I'm gonna have to research that because I don't think we can live without the 50% of the municipality population agreeing to that. But I don't have to research that. I know we don't have to have a split agreement, but I think we have to have an agreement to collect.
You don't have to have an IGA. But you go research it.
Yeah, let me do that.
I'm just saying it's an easier route.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
think she's correct. What
And
she's
she might
talking
be.
about is we don't necessarily have to come to an agreement with the city to give them a certain percentage of that.
That's correct. That's correct. On that hopes you do not. I just don't know how you levy it without a 50%.
Oh, I agree.
That's what I was.
You've got to get their cooperation.
Yes. Also, I want to talk about the Heart of Georgia, Southwestern Rail Corridor. They're in their final phase. They did ask us for a letter of recommendation. They are applying for a federal grant. And that, of course, is the railroad that runs, and I'm going to miss some spots, but it basically runs from Vidalia into Cordele. They're the ones looking at doing the automated rail cars, battery powered rail cars. So that's going on. Also, I want to let y'all know that the Eastman Dodge County Chamber of Commerce is sponsoring a 4th of July parade. And they're looking for people to sign up that are interested. And then I wanted to give you some information for my most recent attendance at the regional commission meeting. Dodge County has an unemployment rate of 3.6. And we are number 3 in our region. So I'm glad to see that. We have been kind of high, but with some plant closures in Lawrence, they did creep up to 3.9, but the state of Georgia is at 3.6. So we are on par with the state. And then also I wanted to let you know about the local distributions from T-Splost for our region. And the unincorporated areas of Dodge County for the first quarter of this year received $196,277.61 in discretionary funds. And that's all I have.
Okay. Art,
Here, that was good news.
Art, any more questions for the county manager from the board? All right, at this time, we need to go into executive session to discuss a legal matter. We will not vote on anything in executive session. We'll come back out here if there's a vote for anything. And so I can get a motion in a second.
So moved.
Have a motion to have a second.
Second.
Have a second. Any discussion from the board? Any discussion from the public? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Hearing none is unanimous. We'll be back shortly. Thank you. Mona's still here. All right.
Well, I just got rid of them for y'all. Well, I tried to get a little bit of work was in the drive. In 24 and 27. And they did not want to do that. And they're scared that this tax on it.
Okay. Well.
Well, I did
Following
look at the
home?
road and
You
it
ready?
doesn't need to be paved.
Okay. All right, y'all want to take up the next meeting? You want to let's do that so we can have it put in the paper?
Yes.
We're gonna motion then not to have the June 15th meeting.
So moved.
Have a motion to have a second.
Okay.
Have a second, any discussion? No public, so we don't have to worry about that. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, it's unanimous. What about, can we get a motion to adjourn?
I think they voted that motion down.
What's the next motion? Okay, we gotta do something. I gotta have a motion in a second. Please. Can you get a motion for something? This, I'm ready to go home. Come on.
I'll make a motion, Chairman.
Okay, we have a motion to adjourn. Thank you. Do I have a second? I have a second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, it's unanimous. We're now adjourned. Thank y'all for coming.
Go home.
It's already